Hello there. Happy whatever day it is that you're watching this. This is day 2 of Chattanooga, our partially spontaneous Chattanooga trip. Like we mentioned last night, this hotel is strange. It's a little outdated, very historic though. It was actually built in the 1800s, but then it burned down in like 1870 something, 76 maybe. I'm not sure exactly, but they rebuilt it. Last night Randy was walking through the lobby. This was probably around 10ish, and he stumbled upon a ghost tour. So he delightfully came back up here to tell me that there was a ghost tour going on in the lobby. And so my first thought was, oh, that's weird. And my second thought was, wait, does that mean that this hotel is haunted? And he found out that sure enough, it is haunted. And then I did my own research and discovered that it's the most haunted hotel in Chattanooga. It was terrific, terrific. Thankfully we didn't have to call any Ghostbusters at all, and it was a pretty quiet night, except for an alarm that went off at 1 a.m. and Randy couldn't turn off. But other than that, it was pretty quiet. I'm not blaming that on a ghost. I think that was just the last person who stayed here.
So of course we had to Google all about how haunted this place is. Figured out all these different stories. You can Google them if you want. But we're exciting things are gonna happen today in Chattanooga.
Coffee shop. What a lovely, fun little coffee shop. It's funny, last time we were here, we were completely Twitter pated with this place. We loved it. And I mean, it's still great. It's still good.
It's cute, yeah.
But I think since then, my level of coffee snob has quadrupled.
Through the roof.
I wasn't even really a coffee snob back then.
No, you were drinking Keurig coffee back then.
Yes, so now, like, I came and I was like, do you guys have a pour over? And they were like, no, we just have the drip. Oh, okay, well, give me an Americano, because good coffee.
It's hard to do all that, though. I mean, when you say inexpensive.
Oh, yeah, it's so hard to make coffee the right way.
I'm sorry, but, like, they don't even have a Chipotle. So, if you know a Chipotle, of course you're not going to have pour-over coffee.
Anyway, we sat down and we were just kind of like, let me stop me.
Yeah, but we're still having a blast.
Oh yeah, we're still having a blast. It's just funny, the difference between this time and last time.
Yeah.
And this Americano, I'm sure it's going to be really good. It's very tasty. So I promised that I'm not going to make this vlog all about what we were doing in Chattanooga last time. However, we did eat at Tony's last time we were here, which is kind of like right behind Rembrandt's. And yeah, it was so good.
Best Italian place that I've ever had in my entire life.
But sticking with what I was saying earlier, how things are different and time changes things, we can't eat here now because it's like totally all pasta Italian food. You know, full of bread and gluten. It's just hilarious how time changes.
Oh my goodness, we needed this in our backyard.
Yeah, that dude is. He
it's
is.
You, right? That's your.
I wish that was me.
What you're striving for in life.
He's got the ollie move down pat. He just needs to level out the board now.
Do you have to do your hand like that if you're ollieing?
Totally.
That's the ollie hand movement.
Ollie hand. I'm gonna give that hand a high five. Anyway, it's just funny how time changes things.
Very true.
Things were so different this time when we were walking around Chattanooga. Really, that much time has not passed in the grand scheme of things, but we have changed so much in that time. I mean, we talked about it a little bit in the cafe there at Rembrandt's, but just walking over the pedestrian bridge was so different. When we first went there a few years back, I really did not want to walk all the way across the bridge, and I don't know why. I think it's because I felt like it was a far distance, and I thought in my head, well, we'll have to walk back. And that didn't play a factor at all. In fact, I wished that we could have walked everywhere over the weekend. It's really just crazy the mindset difference we had going into this trip, and just the thought of wanting to travel more, wanting to see these great things. And when we were looking at like the bridge and the water and everything else, stuff we'd already seen, but we were looking at it in a different light, in a different mindset, it really made me want to travel more.
Some way, they're gluten-free.
Yes, and like all of the sauces are made in-house, and it's locally, like local grown stuff. I'm excited.
Okay, so you remember earlier we showed you how much of a coffee snob I've become, and apparently how much of a iced mocha snob you've become. What?
That was a really terrible mocha though.
Okay.
I'm not even that big of a snob, but that mocha.
Well, we're gonna rectify the situation, okay? We're here in downtown Chattanooga, so you know that I was gonna look up the best coffee shops here. And there are quite a few. But we've chosen to come to this one, this coffee shop. We went to Rembrandt's earlier just because it was near the scenic bluff and we loved it. It's so scenic and beautiful. This one is really, really good. It's called Camp House, the Camp House.
I have high hopes for it.
It's gonna be great. Interesting news. I got my cold brew and it is delicious. So good. It's exactly perfect. Great job, Camp House. However, there is some sad news.
No almond milk. That's okay. So I'm just having my water, which I need to drink desperately anyway. It's I was just a wee bit dehydrated, so it worked out for the best. Thank you, good sir. I appreciate your efforts. You're a good husband. We drove past another coffee shop, so he went in and got me a mocha with almond milk.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Chattanooga is complete without an overlook of the city. Really, any city, I feel like you should go find an overlook and just look at how pretty it is.
Yeah, so you can take it all in.
So we're at Lookout Point, I think, on Lookout Mountain, just checking out all the views. Been fun, Chattanooga. Until next time.
I said peace, live the adventure.
This trip was so much fun, just getting away, just for even one extra night.
It was, and I loved the spontaneous aspect of it.
Yes.
Like, that was so much fun.
And we could be spontaneous like that because we decided to just pack one backpack each.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one night, so it's not that big of a deal, but it was like testing out our backpacks.
It really was, and just to see if we, or how we would manage an overnight or weekend trip with living out of our backpacks. And I think we did okay. There were a few important things that like I wish I had had. I lived without it, fine, just fine. But like, it was like, yeah, I could have fit this in my backpack and still had room for other things.
Yeah.
And I just loved how flexible we could be. And I don't know why we don't do this more often.
I know.
Because we could go anywhere.
But anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this Chattanooga trip. Spontaneity is awesome.
It is.
And
I can't wait to get more
I hope we do this more.
spontaneous.
Yeah.
Through the years. I don't know what that was.
So if you like this vlog, hit that thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe if you want. Hopefully, maybe we'll see more trips like this in the future.
Be on the lookout for normal vlogs coming at you real soon.
Yeah,
Like
where we're not
normal day-to-day vlogs.
where we're not just showing you stuff.
No.
So also, if there's a city that you think would be cool, like Chattanooga, to visit, maybe leave it in the comments down below. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, you should tell us where we should go next.
That would be fun.
If it's within 4 hours of where we are.
Yeah.
in
So
Huntsville.
4 hours of Huntsville.
Yeah.
Where would you go?
What should we see?
What should we see?
What should we see?
Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the ride. And we will see you guys next time. Wait for the bike to cross. God bless.